Coach, first of all, it's great to be back here out at camp. What have you seen so far that has really impressed you out of your group since the start?
Like I said, our team this year, it seems like there's a fun bunch of kids. They like to have fun, but then when it's time to work, the kids buckle down. I mean, they're serious about everything that we're doing. They're really grasping the offense pretty quickly. We've been doing stuff all summer. Defensively, not much has changed. Our kids know it, know our defense. They're playing aggressive. They're doing everything we need to do. Coach Mack on defense and Coach Brown and Coach Blackburn are getting everybody in the right places. And then with our new offense this year, Coach Doherty on the line, Coach Stocko with the quarterbacks, and Coach Rochelle with the receivers, and Coach Christopher with the backs. Everybody's grasping everything quick, and the kids are grasping everything pretty quickly. So I'm happy about what we've shown so far.
You know, that's one thing that's always been signature around here at Brick. You guys have always had a fantastic defense. Mm-hmm. You know, even last year, your first year here, you guys only gave up an average of 7 points a game. Mm-hmm. All year, you were top 3 team in the Shore in sacks. So you lost a couple of really productive seniors this year. You still have Dean at the linebacker position. You know, you're still going to have John Prado in the secondary. Who are some other guys you really see stepping up into some big roles to help the team on that side?
I mean, the loss of our seniors, we had 21 seniors that were just great kids. I mean, the leadership that they have. I mean, this year we got 22 seniors this year, and the kids are stepping up. They're doing everything they need to do. Kids like talked about John Prado. I mean, Jasir Taylor, Dean Hostowski, Jay Obenauer. We keep Jay healthy. The kid's a player. I mean, he's a player. We just got to keep him healthy. And along with Masam McCall, those two stay healthy. You know, we're going to have a good season ahead of us. And then our line is going to be anchored by Jack Finelli and Liam Poland, 2 seniors. Kyle Jagger stepping up, and Chris Giuliano. And then we got a couple sophomores that are stepping up a little bit with Zach Piscopi and Christian Malta on the offensive line a little bit. So hopefully those guys can come together. If our offensive line gels a little bit better with the tight end, with Dean at tight end, and another kid, Chris Hurtis, we could be a very productive offense. But we got to. The big thing for us is just being healthy. That's what last year, having first couple of games when we had everybody healthy, we were lighting it up. Mm-hmm. And then when we got running backs running an I formation offense, and your 2 tailbacks are going down, it's tough to be productive. Right. But hopefully those kids stay productive this year and they can stay healthy, and we can be all right this year on offense.
Yeah, of course, Jasir has just been tremendous over the past 2 years, running and catching the ball. You graduate Matt Schliefer and Javion Harris. Who do you see really stepping up to be a number 2 and a number 3 receiver behind him on this team?
Well, with Jasir, I mean, we're running this year. With Jasir playing, he's playing more of a slot position for us, with running and throw and catching the ball. Brandon Williams, the senior, has been stepping up, doing a lot of good things. John Prado's working at quarterback and working at receiver. And along with Jay Obenauer working in those same 2 spots. And a couple of sophomore kids, Cole Groeschel and Jimmy Leblo, are really stepping up off our fantastic freshman team we had this year. And we got about 6, 7 of those sophomores that are stepping up, with the as far as on the whole team. But the kids are stepping up, and we should, if these kids come together, we could be pretty good this year.
And how's Anthony Costanza been throwing the ball so far in practice? I know when Tom went down last year, he did make 2 starts for you at the end of the year. Played really well against Toms River South. Played well in the playoff game against Jackson Memorial. Is he in the lead right now for the starting spot?
Yeah, him and Anthony Costanza. And then we have John Prado. He's pushing him right now. And then we also have the sophomores that are taking some reps. Jimmy Leblo and Cole Rochelle pushing those guys a little bit. But right now, it's probably, right now I could say between Anthony and John right now on who's going to get that spot. They both bring great, different qualities to the game. And the great thing about them is they're the 2 best friends. So I think if anything, whoever wins that spot, the other one's going to cheer the other guy on. I mean, those kids, I've seen those 2 play together since they were 5 years old playing flag football. And they've always been very complimentary to each other, no matter what happens. All they do is, it's Brick kids. All they do is care about winning, no matter what. So.
And who are some of the guys that are going to anchor the offensive line this year? I know you lost 2 really terrific seniors in Alex Trapasso, Tyler Colono.
Yeah, we lost 4 good seniors. I mean, between Trapp, between Colono, Anthony Rosignola, and then John Kozak on the line. We lost those 3 guys. We have Liam Poland back. He's moving to center this year. He's doing a pretty good job for us. And then Jack Finelli, who mostly played defense last year, is playing tackle for us. And then we have Chris Giuliano is playing tackle as a senior. And then Kyle Jagger is working at the other guard spot as a senior. And then right now we have a couple of kids with that other guard spot. Christian Malta is doing a great job there as a sophomore. One of our sophomore kids. Those are the kids right now. A couple of other seniors with, Tristan Mickelson is trying to work in there and try to get some playing time. So, and another kid, Matt Valise. So we have some kids that are just trying to push our kids there to try to, get some playing time. But it's good because competition is always going to get us the best guys on the field.
What's been your message to the team so far, looking forward to opening day against Brick Memorial? You guys have had a lot of success against that program over the past couple of years, and you know how it always is in this town. These kids are always fired up to play each other, being crosstown rivals. You know, last year there were a lot of people who really didn't give you guys that much of a chance going into that game, but you came out here, you beat them 36-6 and really put them away easily, and just had a great day on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, last year, kids played a great game. I mean, our kids were motivated by some things that were said about, how good they were, and listen, they went all the way to state championship games. They were as good as advertised. We got on them with a couple of things and made a couple of plays in the game that might have broke it open a little bit. And I think with the success that we've had against them, our kids, they believe they're coming in that game thinking that they're going to win. And we take the attitude with all offseason. I mean, we have, the countdown to Brick Memorial game in our weight room. We have it in our locker room now. And the kids, they get up for it. I mean, it's, that game being the first game of the year, I always loved where it was on Thanksgiving, but now, I've seen how much more juice that game has. I mean, that first game out here, I don't think there was an open seat in this house. And, I mean, with the pink out that we had, it was unbelievable. And it's everything. It's, the whole town comes out. The game means something. And for us last year, I mean, we were 1-2 in our seeds in Central Jersey Group 4. And, it was them getting that number one seed over us, enabled them to get to that final game. And for us, I mean, we just got to take care of business 1 week at a time. And right now, all these kids care about is Brick Memorial on September 10th.
Now, after playing such a brutal A-South schedule, and it always is with the likes of Toms River North, Jackson Memorial, last year you guys did have quite a few injuries there at the end that definitely made the postseason tough. But what is it going to take for you guys to ultimately make a run in a very tough Central Jersey Group 4 bracket?
Well, listen, that's our goal every year. I mean, there's 2 goals this team, and the ultimate goal is to win every game. Then win a division championship, then win a state championship. Those are the goals here, and that's never going to change here. And I mean, in our path, I mean, playing in Brick Memorial and playing Jackson Memorial in our division, and then also in our Central Jersey Group 4 bracket, it's tough. I mean, it's tough to beat a team twice in a row. And last year, playing a tough game against Jackson, then having to go against them again, and then they got the best of us that second time around. It's tough to beat a good team twice in a row. And for us, I mean, to concentrate on the teams in our bracket, and then also not to deal with the Toms River North, the Southern Regionals, the Toms River East, and then Toms River South, along with Central moving up this year with a stud running back there. So we're going to have our work cut out for us to have some success in Class A South this year.
I think you can always say in Class A South that even when a program is down, they're not down for very long.
Well, Class A South, I mean, just seeing, coaching, back a couple years back, coaching at Jackson Liberty for a couple of years, and then also coaching at Lakewood in that B South. It's just, there's great players in the B South player. I'm not downplaying that. There's a lot of great players, but I always say one thing: there's just not as many holes on the teams in Class A South. When you have 70 to 80 kids on a roster, it's tougher to get. It's easier to fill holes with. If you have a kid, you might have a lot of good players, but you have kids that are seniors, getting backup spots or filling in spots. In the B South, sometimes you have you have a lot more sophomores and sometimes even freshmen playing. And when you have the young kids playing, it's just a little bit more inexperience. But I mean, some of the kids that coach at Lakewood are the kids that are playing in Division I football right now. So the talent level's there. It's just that it's not the depth of everything. The kids having to play both ways on both sides of the balls and special teams. Fortunately, when you're in Class A South and you got 70, 80 kids on the roster, you can have separate kids playing on special teams, which gives your kids breaks, which enables you to be a little bit more successful in the course of a game.
And lastly, Jasir has to be thrilled with being committed to Temple. How was that process this year?
Yeah, listen, everybody was in here talking to him. Right now in the summer, he's got his grades squared away, doing everything he needs to do to get everything done the right way. It was a fun process. I mean, everybody was coming in, talking about him, and a lot of great things, being said, by the schools, and hearing the coaches talk to him, and then, asking the questions they were asking him and stuff, and hearing his responses. Knowing that kid when he was, I coached him when he was a basketball player for me at Lee Rivera Middle School in 6th grade, and then, as a quiet kid, and then seeing him now how he's grown as a man, interacting with coaches, and the way he speaks, a very, very nice speaker with as far as his life, and when the coaches that talk to him about stuff, he's really grown into that role of being a leader and being a very well-spoken young man, and I'm proud of everything that he's accomplished and what he's going to accomplish in the future.
Well, it's very exciting. He's going to a Temple program. It's certainly been on the rise over the past 2 years. Well, Coach, it's always great coming out here.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you guys need, let me know.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, guys.